Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm DC. I was having some issues. I fixed them. They were all my fault. Uh, so welcome on into Tech Friday. Yay! You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all the places under DC Lasair. Go to dclasair.com. That's DCLASAIR. And, click all the links. Hello, work lurk, but happy Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome on in, JD Lady. How you doing? Thanks for the work and lurk. And Herb, hello. Who's this that's taking over DC's stream? I know. I got a haircut, and I wanted to show off the haircut for a bit. Squints, right? So today I forgot to set up subtitles on Twitch. My bad. Okay, so if you go to YouTube, you should be getting captions. Let me make sure you need captions. I am using Meld to stream instead of OBS, and we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, captions are up on YouTube, so please, if you do need the captions, tune in over on YouTube. I can see both chats just fine. I have to use a different... I'm used to having it automatically caption things for me in OBS, but since I'm using Meld and, they don't have one of those yet, I just forgot. So if you do need captions, please go over to YouTube. You'll get the same content, though slightly slower. All right. So I'll bring me back. Put on the hat. There we go. Yeah. And so as I've been talking about it, today's topic is Meld Studio. You can find it at meldstudio.co. You can join the Windows beta, and that is what I am currently using. I was wondering who was hosting. Hi, Rex. Welcome on in. So go there and get your name on the list for the beta if you're interested in trying it out. I am liking the product, and I see good things. Hopefully that continues. There are some. Oh, you know what? I gotta unmute this. There are some things that I would like to see added. I can't ding them for it because it's still in beta. Like they're still working on it, so it wouldn't be fair to go, well, I don't be grumpy about it, right? It's just no. So there are things I would like to see added. Let's see here. But yeah, so just so you know, I'm streaming through Meld, and Meld is sending its signal to the multi-stream thing on Caster Labs, which Caster Labs allows me to see both chats and does a bunch of things for me. But they also have a multi-stream thing, so at $4 a month, it's a pretty good deal compared to other places. So I have that just so I can stream to both Twitch and YouTube, because they don't have RTMP built into Meld yet, but that's coming, right? And we can take a look at what I'm seeing, because I have a button set up. Okay, this is going to get into infinite screens, so just kind of like when I show OBS sometimes. All right, here we go. Woo! Look at that. Infinite me's. And I didn't turn on the thing. That's right. You know how when you copy a thing and you go, oh yeah, this made a copy of thing, but didn't copy over everything? So you're seeing how you do this. So I've selected the source. Let me put on the pointer here. So layer, right? We're in the demo window, which is behind my head here. Actually, let me hide me in my border. Okay, so see where it says demo window behind me? Maybe magnifying glass will work better. So demo window is the scene we're in. And then my camera is a layer. I'd click that, go over to effects, hit the plus button, and I want chroma key. And then hit the little lever looking thing here. And we had the threshold up at there. So when I come back, put my border on, hey, look at that. I alpha channeled. So yeah, this is the Meld setup. As you can see, it shows you the disk space up here, your bitrate going, your FPS, how long you've been live for, go offline, record. Right now I'm not recording this directly. I think I'll start a recording though, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. So you have all your stats conveniently up here, which is nice. It's actually nice and because of the way I have my monitor set up, I can glance over, and this is some of the first info I see, is how's my stream doing? Is it up? Is everything okay? That's nice. I really like the sidebar here for all these things. Now, if you notice, I have... Did I rename it? Yeah, so they do have like a nested scene. So camera here is you go here, you click duplicator, and then select a scene. You select your scene, and then you select the layer you want out of that scene so you can duplicate it in other places. So it's not quite nested scenes, but it works well to get a thing out of a thing. And now I can delete that, please. Can we delete? There we go. Delete layer. Yeah, it went away into the infinite. So yeah, and down here, I have my audio, my mic, I have title, and then chat is for games and everything else. Or if I have a guest on, you're all going through this. Again, it's reading the channels off my Rodecaster Duo, which ultimately controls all my audio. And let's see here. Oh, I can give myself a little bit of gain, can't I? So, oh, there we go. Look at that. I clicked a thing. It did something. I'm not sure. I clicked a thing again. It did a thing. But you can edit. Add a delay. And this is neat. They just added this, the exclude from Twitch VOD track. So you notice title here has this little VOD EXCL. Get those gains, yeah. So you can get rid of any audio track you don't want on VOD Excel. Now, all your audio tracks, as far as I can tell right now, are universal. So they'll be in every scene. So I set up multi-action buttons so that when I go to my BRB screen, it will mute the mic and the chat because I don't want you to hear those channels. I set up multi-action on my stream deck. So it will automatically, and Meld has a very handy plugin for stream decks. But so I hit the button, it will mute these channels, and then it's assigned to unmute them when I go to certain scenes. And hold on here. Someone decided to send me a spam call. How dare. I'm on Tech Friday. I'm doing things. Yeah. So, yeah, otherwise, I would take away, like if I go back to live, I would take the audio channels I don't need out of the stream and just not have them broadcast at all and not to that scene at all and not worry about having to mute them. But right now, I have to worry about having to mute them. So I have to set up multi-actions that automatically mute the channels. And let's see. So let's go back to the demo window. I'm going to use my handy dandy button. Yeah, button press. Oh, wait a second. Before I do that, I want to show one other thing. So you go here and I set this up. You look into my eyes. They're upside down. As soon as I hit this button, go over here. Yeah. And I can hit it again. Now watch what happens. And now I'm back. And because I hit the flip me button, it flipped me. But that's not the point. So let me do that one more time. Eyes. There's no fade between layers within scenes. So that's something I'd like to see added is, you know, I would have liked the eyes thing to fade in and then fade out back to me. So transition between items in the layers, you know, just to set them up. That's a future thing I would like. But otherwise, it automatically has the move plugin. I mean, I go from live to game. It might be upside down, but yeah, see, goes from one to the other because it's the same source name. So I move with it. And you can do all sorts of things. You can rotate yourself around. It's fantastic, the level of customizability you have with some of these things. So going back to the demo window here. So everything you want to do to a layer, let's stick with my camera. Everything you want to do to a layer comes up in this little inspector panel, which you can hide, which is great. And then I can, if I don't want to click and drag, I can just move these. I can rotate. I can change the opacity. I can switch what I'm affecting. And all my effects for things are right here. And I can easily get rid of it with this little minus sign on the end, or hide it. Like if I wanted to show you my green screen, bam, hide, unhide. Controls right there. So this is really handy. And one of the things I really like about this program is that all your options are easily seen. And then if you want to move your window, if you want to resize or anything, you double click and then you can cut out, I can cut out part of my camera like that. And then it shows you a shadow of what you're cutting out. So that's kind of cool. I like that a lot. So that you just double click to activate this, and now you can see I only have half that frame in, or you click this button and activate it again, and now you can see, oh hey, there's more frame here. So I can just boop, back it up all the way, hit done, and the frame's totally back. Otherwise, you can drag from here, make things smaller, so I can small the frame and big in again. And then corners, I could round this if I wanted to. Or I can rotate. Yeah, look at me rotating. But you can round the edges by just dragging the little marks inside there. And notice how there's kind of a circular thing going on here. Again, very handy. Can you assign a keyboard shortcut for these for Stream Deck integration? I don't think there's keyboard shortcuts in it yet. Let's see here. Preferences. Future plugins, nice. Here's where you set up your transition for everything. So again, the transition is universal. You can't set up per layer, but when you go between scenes, this transition will stick. So we have plugins, we have audio, smart guides, which just makes snapping grid, which is handy. I like you can change this color. But there currently appears to be no hotkeys. Yeah, early days, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, but their Stream Deck plugin is pretty nice. Let me bring that up and just pull it over here, right? You should. Yeah, there we go. So this is my Meld. These are all multi-actions here. So if I go into it, say I go into this is the demo window we're on now. But if I go into start, so I have the show scene, and then over here, Meld. Okay. So I have the show scene here, shows my starting soon screen. And then for the track mute, which is right here, you drag it over, and I toggled it to mute because I want these two tracks. I want the My Mic track and the chat track muted when I'm on the starting soon screen. So that way you're only hearing title. Title is the only track not muted. in all of these. And so I did a similar setup for this. So when I go live, now I have my mic unmuted and chat unmuted. And I could make this a toggle, but I always want to make sure when I'm on live, they're just unmuted. So it will always set the state to unmute. But yeah, effect visibility, record, go live. I use the go live button on the Stream Deck. It was great. Oh yeah, thanks for putting in their Stream Deck plugin page. So yeah, already this is very handy, very useful, and their icons are great. If you so you know their show scene here, get the idea that it's a little circular pie creature that infringes on no copyright whatsoever. That has some dots. It possibly shoots out these little dots from its mouth. The circular pie creature. But yeah, they have some great artwork on these icons. You know, screenshot. I mean, you can track monitor, layer visibility, effect visibility, all that. Lots of fun. Need to check. All right, we're good. And these icons are just an icon pack I downloaded. Otherwise, all my icons would look like this. So I downloaded an icon pack and assigned these to each key. And there's the I button I hit. There, but yeah, real easy to set up with a Stream Deck, which is important to my world. And then so many effects, right? Like bulge, brightness, contrast, black and white. And so if I went to camera, and black and white, boom. And then you have all these sliders, you know, of being able to adjust the black and whiteness. I don't want it anymore, go to there. But a lot of great plugins out of the box. Gradient is always good. Invert color, sharpen, threshold, do that. You get this effect. Ooh, look at me. Yeah, lots of great. And you can import, export effects. Awesome. Share feedback button. I'd like to see that. I also like this. That layers is up here. Scenes down here. That's pretty handy. You can adjust it. And adjust how tall or short these are as well. Want to add a new scene, you just hit the plus button, new layer. Here's all the layer types right now: video, display capture, media, image, browser, duplicator, text, markdown, rectangle. Yeah, so, oh, and if you want to capture a video game, you're going to want to go to display capture and then capture the window of the game. So if we go to, if I went to game, I could show you that. But so if I had a game running, I'd say display capture, select a display or window, and then from this drop down, like I tried this out with Vampire Survivors, I would put in the Vampire Survivors.exe, whatever it happens to be called, in here, and then it will just capture that. Or if I was streaming through my Switch, I would then capture my capture card, right? But I would do that as a video source instead of a display capture, probably. Yeah, this is very cool. Yeah, I like it. Another thing I would like to see, and I realized I use because I'm in the TTRPG space is that a slideshow button for text for whatever I need, because usually on a TTRPG stream, a lot of times we'll have the graphic overlay, and then there'll be people's names, and then the name will transition to the character, the player name will transition to the character name, and that's usually done through image slideshow, and it takes up less resources than building a whole scene and just constantly transitioning between scenes between the two. Though I could do it that way, but that requires rebuilding, copying everything, rebuilding it. It's extra. But image slideshow is handy because I can pop in a variety of text and just have it cycle through at a certain time. Same thing with images. I would like to go to my BRB screen and have it maybe cycle through some still images, or I can go and make a video. But sometimes I just need an image up, and then I don't spend all this time making a video of making a little slideshow. Though I do that, but and it's just an ease of use thing, and not something I thought of until I was putting together my stream. And let's see here. What else do we have? Yeah, so transitions between layer effects and slideshows would probably be on my wish list, as well as the ability to take audio channels out of scenes and just have them in the scenes I want them in. But otherwise, this is pretty neat, I have to say. I'm going to stop the recording because that's enough of a test recording. And sorry, I don't know what you're talking about, so. All right. And I attempted, when I use OBS, I use Caster Labs now for the sideways chat and for the music to display. And so those are browser sources. Sorry, I kind of distracted. So the things from Caster Labs that I use for chat and the music thing are browser sources. And so you can add browser sources to there, but for whatever reason, sorry, that threw me off. So thank you, Herb. So for whatever reason, I put in those browser sources, and they just didn't show up. So I don't know if that's a Meld thing, a Caster Labs thing, who to talk to about that. But I know they are working on browser sources, some coding for that. And again, I don't understand all that. I want to make the best videos I can. And I just need the tools to do that, basically. All right, I gotta double check something real quick. Just in case. Okay, seems to be working really well. Yeah, it's very fluid. I'm not having any hiccups. I'm not having any streaming issues. I haven't seen any lag. Of course, I haven't run a game through it yet, but I suspect it will probably be pretty good. Okay, you know what? Let's do a game. Just for we're only going to do a game for a brief minute because there's more tech stuff, but just to give it a fair trial and all the things. Let's do a game. Can anyone guess what game we're gonna pick? I'm gonna pick. Let's have it come up a minute, and let's see if the window auto-magically stress test, right? not so much a stress test, but Vampire Survivors. Hey, how did you guess? Oh, let me fix these a second. All right. So back to my camera real quick, and add chroma key. See, now the chroma key thing not being on is totally me. Just because I copied it and everything. It's not easy being green, right? So you should be able to hear Vampire Survivors when I get back to it. It's kind of neat because it will tell you, hey, Vampire Survivors isn't on. We're expecting a signal. It's not on. So I get a whole separate window popping up that appears off screen saying, okay, you're streaming, but we're not getting a signal here. So that's kind of neat. All right, so if I go to Vampire Survivors, I hit the button. Let's turn it up. Hold on a second. All right, so let's find a character to play. Increase enemy spawn quantity by 100. This sounds fun. Am I getting double audio? Let's go through... Oh, what's going to be a fun stage? Okay, this stage does weird things. Okay. All right, let me know how audio balance is because I have no idea how it works for this. But enough talk. Have at you. Okay. Nice of them to give me some bats. All right, I turned it down a bit. That better? Musical sting and the alert sounds are a little loud. Okay. Yeah, let me know if that's better or too quiet. Better? Okay. That's just a difference in, audio beat, audio volumes between devices because I've not found a whole lot of consistency between things, and you just kind of gotta adjust. But if I look at my chat levels, seems pretty good, and everything's running fine. That's mainly what we wanted to test. You know, and again, I'm not seeing lag. Yeah. Alright, I gotta stop playing this or this is gonna be the rest of the stream. And gaming is not the point of the stream. But yeah, it works just fine. Nothing wrong with it. It looks good. Let's see here. Alright, let's quit. That's probably enough of a test anyway. That was pretty epic. But yeah. And now I have a little window up that says, oh, let me make sure I can see my stream still. I'm going to wait for the stream to catch up, so you're going to hear this a little delayed. So now I have you don't see this window at all. Okay, so now I have a little window that came up saying, display capture interrupted. An error occurred while capturing Vampire Survivors. Because I shut off Vampire Survivors, and it's letting me know, hey, that there was a thing that was working, and now it's not. And so they give you a little warning window. Kind of nice. All right. And so that's why you have the still background behind me. Let's go back here. Bam. All right. Just like that. So, yeah. That worked well. I do like that little warning. That's nice. But overall, I'm liking this. Again, as Rex said earlier, early days. But there is a lot of cool stuff going on here. They are doing a charity drive in June. Or, let's see here. If I could remember the name of the place, that would be that would be excellent. Where is? There it is. Let's see. They're doing a Meld for a Cause campaign to raise funds for Stream for a Cause in June. So check that out. Anyone streaming with Meld, we're given some assets to use and everything. So yay, charity stuff. All right, get that back. Get back that. All right, again, you can find all this over here, meldstudio.co. All right, I think that will do it for the demo. If you have any other questions about Meld, I will do my best to answer them. It's out of the players I've seen and I've used, and are kind of the competitors to OBS, I see Meld kind of has the lead in being a good alternative, even at its unfinished state. So I am definitely looking to trying out other builds of it and keeping my eye on it. Okay. Let's change up a little bit. And I had talked previously about the new iPads that came out from Apple. And there's the iPad Pro now, which is a super expensive thing. And the new iPad Air, which if I may trade in my old iPad Air for a newer one, maybe. Might have to save up a little more for that. Just because it has a has a different chip in it, make it go a little faster. However, Apple's other event, the Worldwide Developer Conference, WWDC, is coming up in a couple weeks, I believe. I believe it's June 10th through June 14th. And they're expected to announce more things about Mac OS and iPad OS and all that. And so depending on those changes might be the difference between, do I save up for a MacBook Air, which will take me a while to do, or do I go in and do just the iPad Air exchange? Depending what they announce there. So I'm going to hold off a little bit on making that decision, because I want to see what they do with their software, because the iPads are neat. They're good devices, but for getting work done, they're not as good as a MacBook. So I want to hear about what changes they are making to the various OSs, and see if there's going to be any differences, or if they make an iPad a little more useful, etc. Because I also finding that I'm kind of looking at needing to upgrade my travel computer that I take with me and that I do my PowerPoint presentations with at conventions. And MacBook Air might fulfill that purpose. More so than anything else. Microsoft also had some announcements. Hey, Chris. For various new machines that are said, they haven't been tested yet, but are said to compete directly with the current MacBook Air as far as chip speed and all of that. But I'm kind of not as interested in those this time around. So I think it'll be some sort of Apple product will be my traveling PC. My main computing choice is still going to be a PC system. Everything. Your Friday is filled with tech already? Awesome. Or maybe not. I don't know. Is it frustrating tech? Fiber cable. Oh, fiber cables. Ooh. So that's why and a switch is down. Oh no. So yeah, frustrating. I am sorry. I hope it clears up or gets somewhat better for you and getting into the long weekend. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at for travel. And speaking of conventions, I'll be at Gen Con. Look at that plug. Look at that transition. Go there. Sign up for my event. I'd be happy if you did. How many tickets do I have left to this? I gotta sign into my account. One moment while I check the status of my own event. Seamless professionalism on display, right? Okay, so half the tickets are gone. So yeah, there's 15 tickets left to my producer panel at Gen Con. So if you or anyone you know are interested in a how to produce a stream 101, come to that. It'll be Sunday at noon, convention time. And okay, just because it's the number, Gen Con is in 69 days. Nice. Okay. So do the thing. Come to my panel. This will be my, I don't know, like 4th year running it at Gen Con, and I think my 6th or 7th time, maybe even my 8th time running it at conventions. So come on by, learn the basics of producing a TTRPG actual play. It'll be a lot of fun, and you'll get to see me, and you know the adorable the adorable haircut. That'll be under a hat. So yeah, I'm looking for a new system to take with me on trips and things like that. And it's still probable it could be a Windows machine, but I don't know. I'm at the point where I need something else. I can still get my current thing to work, but that's. I might gonna be running into some frustrations with it. All right, what else we got to talk about today? Let me look here, make sure I've hit the points. Just talking about that. Oh, something I'm thinking about and hoping to get to, and I've talked about doing this before, but what I want to do is make some videos about producing streams and actual plays and things like that. And I think what I'll do for those is put them up on my Patreon, and then they'll be like, oh, exclusive video just for you about producing and things like that. And it'll be more specific things, and I'll go over, the gear I use, and it'll be more direct, and you'll get to ask questions and watch at your own leisure. So that's a thing I think I will do unless I come up with a better solution. Because you can, have videos on Patreon. So yay. I don't know what tier I'll put them behind yet. So I gotta figure out a reasonable price for those. But yeah, I need to put more content on my Patreon, so that might be one of the things that comes up. And what time is it? The actual time. Actual time. All right, we're about an hour in, so this is a good time to take a break. And if you have any questions on Meld or just anything, now's the time to ask. So, have a question on something, please ask, put it in chat. We'll get back to it after the break. And I'll be right back as soon as I hit the buttons. Okay, I'm hitting the buttons. This is amazing. Watch this. Boop.
King has made his final choice to spend the rest of his life with the woman he loves.
All right, welcome back, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope y'all had a good break. I know I had a good break. So today we were talking about Meld, and you can find that at this link here, meldstudio.co. If you have any questions about it, oops, I pasted that in twice. There we go. Meldstudio.co. If you want to sign up for the Windows beta. It's a nice program. I like where they're going with it. Work lurk now 30% less lurky. Excellent. Love to see it. You can talk to the team on their Discord. They don't have an about page on their website directly, so at least not one that I could find. So don't not introduced to the people there. They recently released a bunch of neat short videos on their YouTube about how to use the various things for Meld, which are great. And I'm glad they took the time to do that. That made things a lot easier setting up the stream and going, oh, they have this feature. Oh, they have this thing, and how to use it. So yeah, if you get in the beta and you want to try Meld and you're wondering how to do something, go to their YouTube. They have a whole playlist of short videos that and it's kind of neat just playing one to the other. They just transition real easy about all the features needed to get up and running a stream. I thought that was great. I really appreciated that they took the time to do that. Yeah, but on their webpage, there's a talk to us button, which I appreciate, but there is an about, so you can't see the team off their website. Also, the other thing is not sure on the business plan here. Right now, Meld's in beta and it's not costing you anything, so I'm, yay. But I'm not sure how they're making money or if they plan to release this for free, and so gotta follow all of that. But so far, I've with that said, so far everything I've seen and looking at their Discord chats and their videos seem to have good heads on their shoulders, as it were. They clearly know what they're doing, and they're very very helpful in using their product, which is so we got good signs. But yeah, I just wanted to be clear about that. I'm not sure on those couple of things, but I don't think that that's a bad thing in this case. They seem positive and invested in you knowing the product, and they get back to you. So that is lovely. I know I had a question on the charity thing, and it was answered, and just good experience so far interacting with the team. So really, really appreciate that part. All right. So what else has happened this week? Any other news tech-wise? If anyone heard about anything or is interested in talking, we kind of have the floor open now as this is the second half of the show. But yeah, if you have any questions at all, please put them in chat. Let's see here. Herb, you were setting up a scene earlier. Da-da-da-da-da. Don't know if I can find that talk right now. Oh, which chat plugin I use? Okay, yeah, I will. Yeah, we can go over that later. Let's see. Da-da-da. All right, well, let's check out some websites here and articles on things. Ars Technica. After you die, your Steam games will be stuck in legal limbo. Because apparently you can't leave it in your will to transfer your Steam library to someone else. But this article also has a section called Potential Loopholes. So if you want to read up on it, there you go. Well, home, right? And wow, Steam is almost 21 years old. Let's not think about that too much. Seems to me what you're saying is definitely don't just tell your sibling or other trusted family member your Steam password. I would never say such a thing. That you, I mean, you have, that's an idea, and I'll just say it's an idea. Yeah. All right. So if anyone, I'd be amazed if anyone here has used this, used Spotify's car thing. They are bricking those. They're just gonna stop supporting them. Again, on Ars Technica, there's that. Because they're not offering refunds or trade-in options. They're not gonna make any new ones. They decided hardware is not the place for them. They stopped making them like a few months after they started, but they will no longer be supported or anything like that. So you won't be able to update them. There's really no point. So if you do have one or know someone who does, and you can find a place to recycle this hunk of plastic, by all means, do the thing. Oh, and because normally I wouldn't mention AI, but this is against AI. So power of URL parameters lets you unofficially turn off Google's AI overview. So if you were to do such thing, I would say click that article from Ars Technica and read it. And it'll tell you all about doing that. Oh, what else do we have today? Let's see here. T-Mobile. All right. Nothing catching my eye there. Let's go to some other sites here. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Hey, we like to see this. Robocaller behind AI Biden deepfake faces charges and hefty FCC fine. Yay! Love to see it. Oh, by the way, yes, right? If you didn't know, I about a week ago I got new microphone. This is the Rodecaster, or no, I'm sorry, not the Rodecaster, the Rode Pod Mic USB. It's a mouthful, but yeah, I'm still liking it. I'm liking the sound. How it comes through my voice. I did a Tech Friday on it a week or so ago. Let's see. And definitely in a couple of weeks, we'll be talking about WWDC. Oh, when I was talking about Windows tablet earlier, or laptops and things, they're all in on their AI program, and there was one feature called Recall, which, you know, kind of they say it just did stuff locally and no one could get in on it, but it recorded everything you did. So if you needed something, you could just type it in and get it back. Well, there's a lot of strong opinions on that about privacy. You know, what guarantees do we have that no one else will actually see this? Because taking screenshots of your active windows every couple of seconds, and then it'll allow you to exercise powerful natural language-based search capabilities to rifle through your past PC usage, not in terms of text, but also visual search, with AI locating what you need by going through that huge library of screen grabs. This article is on Tech Radar, which I just quoted from. You can find that here. Teraflops per second processing devoted to spying on me and eating up storage space. Who asked for this, right? So the UK is already, company in the UK is already looking at it. The Information Commissioner's Office, or ICO, in the UK. So yeah, they're looking into the safeguards put in place to protect consumer information. And there's a lot going on around that. Also, where I worked to do something similar for call quality, and it tanked our PC's ability to do anything, so they had to stop. So I imagine that's going just about as well. Probably will. I don't even think there are many people can test these new Copilot AI features yet. So there, if there's any reviews, I haven't seen any. I think some people got to use a demo unit, but that was under controlled circumstances. I mean, as far as build quality and everything, they look to be fine machines, but it's what they're doing with the AI that kind of gives a challenge. Now, the neat thing is, though, at the Microsoft Surface Pro and these things are also, according to these reports about the new Microsoft laptops and things, are giving the iPad Pros a solid challenge. And so, challenge is good, but we'll know more when people actually get to use these things. But on paper, it looks like if you're deciding between the two, you'd probably get a lot more machine out of a Windows machine that, and just shut off all that stuff we talked about. Hello from Meld. Hello, welcome back. Glad to see you. Yeah, I'm streaming using Meld. Glad to see you again. We just went through it, and it is running smoothly. I played a game that ran smoothly. I'm just liking everything going on here. Yeah, having a great stream. Yes, the Stream Deck integration, and when you were in here, when the Meld team was in here a couple of weeks ago, thank you so much for giving me access to the Stream Deck integration. And I'm glad it's up on their Elgato's plugin website now too. That is fantastic. But I don't know how to operate without my Stream Deck. So thank you so much for doing that. We appreciate you giving it a chance. Yeah, I like it. You have good thing going, I think. And as I said at the top of the screen, there's some stuff I would like to see, but I'm not going to complain about it or ding for it because you're still developing the product. So what good does that do? But so I mentioned things I'd like to see, like having transitions between layers and having an image slideshow or a video slideshow. The image slideshow would be a big deal for me as a producer of tabletop role-playing game actual plays, because a lot of times on the overlays we'll have the character name and then have it transition to the player name. And that's real easy to do if you have an image slideshow and you just, transition between the two things every the two sets of info every now and then. Oh, we have that on our roadmap. Yay! Thank you. That would be lovely. And there's just some stuff I didn't realize until I was setting up in Meld for this stream. Another thing you probably have in mind already. So you definitely share every feedback you have if you want to in Discord. We appreciate a lot. Yay! Is that and this is a me thing, but I use I don't have and maybe I can do this and I just don't know how yet, but audio channels. There are certain audio channels I just don't want in certain scenes. But it looks like right now the audio channels are all universal. So right now I set up a button in Stream Deck to just mute those channels when I switch to a certain scene. And then they unmute when I come back. So yay, workaround. But yeah. Again, that's a thing that I use that's handy for me. I think that was some of the bigger things I would like to see right now. And then I tried to balance again what I'm reading in the Discord as well, and stuff I know that's coming up. So I'm trying to balance sets of information. It's an audio input track. Unfortunately, you have to mute for now. But if it's an audio track associated with display capture, media source, or browser, you can disable it. Yeah, I do like that feature. And I didn't show that off, but yes, you can automatically mute tracks if they are, as said there, display capture, media source, or browser. You just go over to that side panel I showed off, and there'll be a little slidey button that you click to shut off that particular audio track. And so that is very handy. That has kept my my Meld window very clean. I think those are the good words to say for that. So yes, but thank you very much. I'm still very looking forward to everything you're bringing to the space. And again, I mentioned the icons for the Stream Deck plugin because those are just cool looking. So thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm in the kind of the second half of the show where I just go over random tech things. I appreciate you stopping in. That's really great. I designed those key icons so it makes me happy. Excellent. Keep watching while you work. All right. Thank you. Let's see here. We talked about the Spotify car thing going away. I don't know. Car thing was not a great name, but if you are looking for new electronics, since this is Tech Friday, should mention there are Memorial Day sales up for various things. Let's see. We were mentioning the Microsoft Surface Pro feeding into some competition against the iPad Pro for the first time in a while. Not sure I'd even heard of the Spotify car thing. Well, it's going away, so yeah, I heard about it just before it came out, and then never heard from it again, and I completely forgot it was a thing until I saw the story where it's no longer going to be a thing, and then I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing. All right, let's see here. So looking for articles, going through. All right, nothing there. What's another site I look at? Otherwise, we will jump into TTRPG things. Oh, Canva made an announcement. I think that's in my email. Let me double check. Or I saw an article about Canva making more things. Must have been an article I saw somewhere. So Canva has released today, and some of it's more business focused things. But see what's new. There's a whole keynote you can watch if you want to. But they're doing some more business focused things, and they also do stuff like if you click Design Spotlight, you can make documents, presentations, PDF editor, photos and videos. You get a video editor, which they've had for a while, a YouTube video editor, photo editor, photo collages, and their background remover. So they're doing a lot more tools, and they want to kind of be a all-in-one place for designing whatever, whether it be a document or something like a PowerPoint. They're like, hey, use us as an alternative. So I use Canva to make all my stream thumbnails and other graphics, just because it's easy for me. If you're interested, go to canva.com. And they have this whole work redesigned. The wait is over, and you can see all the businessy related things and stuff for personal use too. Because they have a free, a pro, a Teams, and an enterprise plans. I'm using them right now to make new stream assets. Yeah. Yeah, Canva's pretty good. And it's happily breaking everything over here. Excellent. Yeah, so Canva wants to be your all-in-one source for those things. And you know, it might be a better solution than saying using, you know, 2 or 3 other things to get the same amount of things done. Sometimes everything under one roof is handy, especially for if you're dealing with a lot of documents and, you know, photos, slideshows, whatever, and you gotta move it from one thing to another. Sometimes that's handy. Sometimes you don't want that, but if you do, take a look. They got all sorts of new things. Either have already rolled out or will be rolling out over the next couple months. And I can't find the article where I saw that, but all right, let's get into some TTRPG news. Opening up the usual suspects. Oh, let's see here. When is Paizo is gearing up for PaizoCon, so if you do Pathfinder, Starfinder, all that, you know, look for their convention. I don't really know any details about it, but those are your things. Check it out. Cubicle 7 has a update. They do things like the Doctor Who RPG and other games, but they have released a announcement of upcoming releases. So if you're interested in any of their products, you can find that right there. They got looks like a supplement for the Warhammer Fantasy role-playing game, Doctor Who source book, and other things. So yeah, if you like what Cubicle 7 does, there's a link to all their things. Wait, what's this? New card game. Okay, not exactly TTRPG, but it's game related. And it's adorable. So I think it's my duty to bring it to everybody's attention. It's a card game called Super Kawaii Pets. And it's right there. You collect adorable animals, then feed, heal, and love them to make all the sad animals happy. Collect victory points by feeding animals, giving them a loving home, and making sure they are healthy. At the end of the game, the player with the most victory points wins. Y'all. This game, so it's a card game, and it's definitely adorable. Let's see, what do they say? 1 to 4 players, 20 minutes. And the game ends as soon as the player has any combination of 10 happy animals and location cards in front of them. Complete the round so everyone gets the same number of turns, and then you score. Excellent. May have to grab that for family vacation. Yeah, it's coming soon. But yeah, $15. It's adorable. It's adorable. What else do we have here? No, there's something called Fabled Empire. It's a 5e supplement. Set to introduce a fairy tale twist to the D&D universe, spanning over 180 pages. Blends modern and traditional fairy tales with fairy mythology, designed for use with D&D 5th edition. All right, so if you want to know, this is on Tabletop Gaming News. If you're interested in that, check it out. It's got a... here's the link right to the Kickstarter. So if you're interested, you can be notified on the launch of the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter is not even launched yet. There's that. Let's see here. Cancel that. There is a game, role-playing game coming out called Hello Wizard, I Have a Problem. Let's see here. This article says that it allows players to become powerful and incompetent spellcasters. So if you like silly, absurdist, fantastical comedy, this might be a game to check out. Here's the article on it. This is from Dicebreaker. I feel attacked. Let's see. Anything else? Players will use a problem generator included in the rulebook. Or what could go wrong with the wizard spells. Nice. And it looks like you take turns being the GM and player. And oh, is it? Oh, is their Kickstarter already done? Let's see here. Follow along. Oh, yeah. So the Kickstarter for it's done, but here is the page. The active player describes what spells the wizard casts, with the other players acting collectively as a GM and deciding how these spells can go wrong. Right? My level 9 attract smoke from the campfire spell got stuck when I was a kid and hasn't shut off in centuries. So yeah, here's their successful Kickstarter thing. Oh, that is not the article. That is the wrong thing. I already posted that. It didn't copy. Let me try to copy and paste properly, and maybe yes, that is correct. There you go. Uh, yeah, well, that ought to be fun. Same. All right, so looking for TTRPG things. Wait, what's this? Uh, so okay. On Bell of Lost Souls, WizKids announces free Strahd Mini and more for free RPG Day. So I highly suggest going to your favorite comic book store or hobby store that sells RPGs. See if they participate in free RPG Day, and see if you can get yourself a Strahd Mini. Free RPG Day is June 22nd. Like there's let's see here, we have a Topaz Dragon Wormling Strahd and an Amethyst Dragon Wormling. Ooh, these look neat. So yeah, talk to your FLGS and see if they participate. Cords getting in my way, keeping me running, but getting in my way at the same time. All right. Da, da, da. Yeah, just making sure I haven't missed anything. And I didn't put the time there, so we're getting close to the end of stream here. All right. So, any questions, anything like that, please let me know. We'll have time for a couple if there are any. If you want to ask questions about Meld or any of the TTRPG stuff we've talked about. Let's see here. Oh, there's a couple of MCDM books on D&D Beyond now. Flea Mortals and Where Evil Lives. are available to purchase on D&D Beyond. If you didn't see that announcement. Where Evil Lives is coming soon. The new book is Vecna, Eve of Ruin. Let's see here. Let's go here. So yeah, if you want some multiversal travel fun with Vecna, you can do that. There's also kind of a companion piece for called Vecna, Nest of the Eldritch Eye. So yeah, look for those at your FLGS or on D&D Beyond, wherever you like to get your books. Oh, speaking of, so I was looking at various apps and things that, this going back to the Apple thing, iPad and MacBook Air discussion. I was looking at various things, and there's something Vecna related in Idle Champions 2. Oh, that's right, there is, isn't there? Let's see here. Oh no, they're not Idle Champions. They are. Yeah, Idle Champions. Yeah. The CNE Games. The Vecna Emergence. Yeah. Speaking of which, OpenSAP, right? So here's a blog post, CNE Games, Codename Entertainment. And Idle Champions is very fun. There you go. There's stuff about Vecna, Eve of Ruin and Idle Champions. That's fun. Oh, so I was talking about Apple. I noticed that you can use some iPad apps on Mac OS. It wouldn't work the other way around, but some iPad apps you can put on the Mac, and so that would be another reason for me to use the MacBook Air over an iPad Air. And then again, it just depends on me saving up money for such things. But yeah, Worldwide Developer Conference in a couple weeks. And I'll talk about all that news and what they are planning to do with their operating systems and any new computers they decide to launch. All right, I'm doing a check to see if there's anything that one of the companies we regularly look at here has decided to surprise me with something. Just come up with an announcement. And like, hey, we made a new neat thing. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, mm, if you do like OBS plugins and things, one of the people to follow is Finite Singularity, and they are. I got a tweet up about a new digital glitch filter pre-release dropping soon. So if you're interested in effects like that, there's that link that didn't come up as a link. I don't know. I suppose that's the other thing that happened is that it all of the links are now when you copy and paste them. Like if you have a link that's still twitter.com, that'll still work, but now everything is x.com. All the links and everything. All right, let's shut some tabs here. Don't need to look at it again. I will be at Gen Con. If you're going to Gen Con, sign up for my panel. It'll be great. Be wonderful to see you there. Or if someone you know is interested in learning about producing tabletop TTRPG APs, by all means, come in, check it out. As technology grows and changes, so will this talk. As newer things come out and, better processes, more efficient processes, or just having different ideas on things. It's always good to check out the panel for the most recent things. And you get to say hi to me, so that's the real reason to go. All right, let's wrap it up there. I think that's pretty good. All right, let's see who's on. We can take a raid over to. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you, Meld, for stopping in. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's see how long they've been on. Okay, we are gonna go over to Sirius. It looks like they are still on. Have a great weekend, everybody. I don't think I'll be here Monday. I may be going to a craft show that's a little north of me. That happens on holiday weekends throughout the spring and summer. So I'll probably be going to that with a friend of mine. And I think that's all I have for today. I'll talk to you all later. Thanks for being here. I really enjoyed using Meld. When we come back on, definitely when we come back on Tuesday, be playing, what's the game called? We'll probably be playing Venture to the Vial some more. We're going to kind of bounce between Venture to the Vial and Hades 2 for the time being, because I'm enjoying both of those, and streaming is my main game playing time. So I believe that's everything. Thank you all for being here. Have a great weekend. We're going to go raid Sirius. And I hope you all have a pleasant day. See you next week. Bye.